Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera, and Douglas is in the house, and we are on air. Basically, what we're doing today is everybody's going to be on deck. Everybody's going to be working, including Jolene. I have a few things for her to do, and she said she would help. But Doug is still masking the inside. Yeah, probably be the best mask car I've ever painted. We're just going to mask up the whole inside. The reason being is dirt. Trying to eliminate the most we can. Hopefully I'm going to be able to wash the car a few times. Just keep washing it and try to get the primer clean. Jolene has torn off, and Doug had helped her tear off the paper on the back window. It's nice to see that. This is what Jolene's going to be doing. Doug, you're more than welcome to cruise on. This is what Jolene's going to be doing. You can see on the window here, I have guide coat and some texture around the back of that window. Jolene has got a piece of 400, and she's going to sand it like this. She's going to take and leave the rubber untaped. We are not going to press on the car at all. My fingertips are up here, not on the car. And we're just going to use the sandpaper to sand that texture away and that primer away with just the edge of the paper. 400. Not going to do anything other than just scrub it back and forth, gently, and just keep working it along. It'll sand out after a while. It just takes a few scrubs. Right to the finish, it's cleaned up a little bit. And that way there we'll get that nice and clean. That was bridged there a bit where the tape went down over and we primed it for 2 weeks. What? Thanks for coming back, everybody. We really appreciate it. Anyways, that's going to be Jolene's to do all the way around the window because of that factor. And where it's not bad, she does not have to do it. And where it's bad, she's going to have to take her time. She's got a little rag there to clean the sandpaper to go along. Also, with this paper here, this is almost like newsprint paper. It's good for starting fires.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but we're using it to put inside the car because we have it. It was free, and it's doing the job, basically. This stuff here is generally pretty good because, like Doug said, it'll keep its shape. In here, this is what I'm doing. We're gonna throw some paint on something tomorrow. That's basically where I'm going with this. On the trunk lid, you can see here where I just started doing it. I mixed up a little bit of primer and I rubbed it on. I have paid no attention to the fender skirts until now. Really, the hood and the trunk lid and the fender skirts. You can see on the face of the fender skirts, I have all these little pinholes. I've sanded the hood off, trunk lid, and the fender skirts with the DA with the 220. Exact same thing I did on the car. Did the exact same thing. Just buzzed them off. This is what I have left. I could probably go further. And the reason being is I think that there's enough material on it, and I might even go a little bit further before I do it. But I'm going to be taking some primer, put a daub of hardener in it, and I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to wipe over top of the pinholes. We're at the 220 stage. I still have lots of primer on there, but I want to get those. I never paid no attention to them. I rock guarded the back sides of them and seam sealed them so they look really clean. That was last night. We rock guarded the holes in the underneath of this one, and we've got this one painted, and we did a little bit of rock guarding on that one. But just because I got my hand on it now, it looks all dirty. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be blowing these off, turn the fan on. Jolene's going to set up the camera, and we're just going to go to work, basically. And thanks for coming back. I really appreciate it. Stick around. What we'll do is we'll show Jolene's progress at the end of the time. We'll show Doug's process, and we'll show my process at the end of the video if you stick with it, basically. Jolene, before you set that up, did you want to see this primer come out of the can and see how I'm going to do this? And there's no special way to do it. Let's get real. Like, you know, there's no special way to do it. I have the primer here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to do it. I feel like there's always the thicker primer down on the bottom. I've shaken it and stirred it and all that stuff, but I want some of this primer. See how thick that is? I'm going to
good stuff.
Get some primer in there. Don't do this at home. Just going to take and do that. Put the cover on it. If anybody was watching yesterday, what I had in my paint gun is the reason why you would use a filter. Yeah, baby. But everything turned out great underneath. It's all flat black. It all looks good. It's clean. It's dirty and dusty now because I've put my hands on it. I'm just going to put whoa, lots, way lots. It'd be just like putting too much hardener in your body fill, right? Same thing. Now, I feel like going past with my finger. See, this is, I would never want to, I don't want to. You can, there's all, like I say, there's always different ways of doing stuff, that's for sure. But I really didn't want to mix anything up and try to get those. I just want to put some more of this material on the body, or the primer. And the reason being is I try to put any kind of putty in that or filler of any sort. It just feels like it would be too much. That should heal really well. And I feel like, no doubt, that'll be enough. I will not block that off. I'll DA it off with the DA with 220 grit. So I'm just putting that on there, letting that dry. I have a little bit more here to do there. Now Jolene probably can put her camera in. You know what I'm doing. You know what you're doing. Good luck. I'm just going to dig out more primer. It's a long time since I painted by fingers. That's how some people create art. I would say that's how some people create art, is with their fingers. Sure it is. It's not what I had to do or wanted to do, but it is what it is.
Wow, that would have been perfect if I made it long enough. Yeah, I just cover it with tape. I'll just have to stuck to the floor a little bit anyways. He's going to be jumping around in there like a monkey later. Paint gun in his hand.
I'm only going to do 2 coats inside the door, I think. I'm hoping. And I'll do, 2 coats.
2 coats of paint?
Yeah, I think. I'm hoping if the paint cover's nice.
Yeah, hopefully. Jolene's surprise color. Yeah.
That'll be found out tomorrow, won't it? What's that? Is that Doug? Must be. Alrighty. I have a couple spots on the car. I don't think I'm going to worry about it. There's a couple little spots on the car. I'm not going to worry about it. Let's face it. We're painting it.
You're painting.
What's that?
You're painting.
Oh yeah. I can remember when I first started doing this, I would pay people to come in and paint for me because I wasn't real, what can I say? I was doing the work, but I wasn't real comfortable in painting it. And the reason being is, as soon as you mess up, there goes part of your profit. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, you lose all your profit really fast.
Yeah, like you lose
single
it real
mistake.
fast. So I'd pay people, and then I figured out they were getting runs just like I could.
Yeah.
And then I figured, well, I might as well get my own runs and fix them.
You just got to know how to deal with it when it happens.
Yeah, basically. I figure that's why base clear, well, I'm not saying that's why it was invented, but let's face it, with the base clear, you can fix your boo-boos, right? If you don't go through your clear, you can fix it. With the single stage urethane, once you paint it, generally you're all done. But with a full, like just a straight color, no metallic, you can fix it. The metallic moves around on the urethane when you buff it. Them Tim Horton cups, I'm going to tell you, you know something, when your mother gave me a bag full of them cups and said, here you go, I was thinking, yeah, well, they come in so handy, you know. And I learned from them, you have to be careful with them. The wax in them will mess you up. I've done that a couple times. How's it going, baby? Not. There was a point in time that she didn't like that, boys. If I said not bad, she goes, "What the hell does that mean?" Not bad.
She's sand right into the meat in her fingers.
That's right in the middle of.
I can't see how that could be comfortable.
Just be careful. Yeah, you're not bearing on. You shouldn't be bearing on your fingers. You should be just letting the sandpaper scroll back and forth, easy. I'm hoping we don't have to blow the car off much. We just wash it, because there should be no dirt coming from anywhere. If you know. When you're done, I'll get you to blow that out. That's nice to know. So basically, I'm cleaning up the paint room. Getting ready. Well, I've got everything done there. I have to wait for that primer to dry. And then I can sand it with 220, then I have to guide coat it and do 400. But I'm just going to do it on the DA. Not painting anything today, so it can... I have to wait for that to dry. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to clean. This little vacuum, she's quite a screamer, but she's not much of a sucker. This little vacuum, I said, is quite a screamer. Like it just, but don't do much sucking, does it, Doug?
No. She's like a screamer, though. It'll suck up dust pretty good, but we've got everything here. Looks all right, I guess.
The rags that we have left over are always good to start our fires in the morning. And the cardboard we get here is unreal, isn't it? The cardboard. Yeah?
There's overspray on the rubber.
Yes. Don't. No, I just don't want you to tell anybody. Actually, to be honest with you, you could take your sandpaper and lay it straight up and sand that off, or I can give you a razor blade and you can go like this, sideways. Try it if you want to. Just don't dig the primer.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be walking on it, Doug, with your bare feet.
I got socks on.
But it's like that way with anybody. Nobody wants to be told.
I just keep them in my pocket, so my feet.
That's the first thing you do is you go to the beach. You take off your footwear and start running on the beach. There's more things on the beach that cut your feet.
Oh man, it's the river.
I think that was one of the worst for me. I grew up a mud turtle on the beach. What?
This.
What's that, bud?
This makes me giggle.
That's good, eh? That's good.
Right. So
That's good.
just before you run away,
Because I can get just as much dirt in it with it or without it.
did you want me to run tape from here to there?
No, what I want to do is run that 3/4 inch tape and run me a straight line, just so that hole's covered. But I want to paint this much of it because the sill plate comes over here, right?
Yeah.
So I want paint underneath the sill plate, but
So cover everything from here to there.
yeah, I'll black that out. So cover everything from this lip over.
Okay. Excellent.
Do you know what I mean? Run your tape right, or like that, and leave that much.
Yeah.
Run your tape along there. So when I'm a screw,
This part too. This part here too.
yeah, just run tape right over the whole thing, Doug. If you know what I'm saying. Here, give me that damn thing. Exactly what I'm saying. Give me one of them small ones.
Yeah, man.
There you go. I want it just like so. Like that. Just so I can. You're gonna have to go further there with tape. And the only reason I want that taped off in there and in there, no dirt will come out of that sill, hopefully.
Man, I think
And you
there's a
can
lot
throw
in
that
there,
stuff
too.
over there if you want. There's a lot in there, you say?
I think there's a lot in there, so I'm glad you're covering it.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, I think there's a lot.
Like, I don't want to blow out that stuff.
No. That will ruin everything.
Like I said, I'm hoping that we just get to wash the car. It'd be nice when it's summertime, take it aside and wash it with soapy water and just wash it off, get the dirt out of it, and then clean it. But I don't know if there's any chance of that.
You should paint the car the same color as dirt so you don't see it. Same color as dirt so you don't see it. Eh? Yeah, paint a rock guard. Rock guard's great, but painted on a vehicle, it looks hideous. It does. Yeah, it doesn't look good at all. I don't like it anyway.
I just did the fender skirts on the inside. I didn't do the hood and the trunk lid inside. Boys, it's hard to throw away sandpaper when you feel grit on it.
Oh, I
Because you just don't know how sharp it really is.
Exactly.
Probably the best thing to do when you're done the sandpaper, throw it on the floor. That way there I know it's done.
And you know it's done. Yeah, rip
Yeah.
it too.
Throw it on the floor. And the only time I can say anything if it's on the floor and it's brand new. Then I probably wouldn't say nothing. Just move to another area if you will, please. Oh yeah, I seen that. I tried to sand that and I just left it. Don't dig it no more. It's over. Oh, you did a good job cleaning that.
Yeah, no, that's well.
Yeah, that looks good. Fantastic. See that right there? Can you see like a little line there or something? Like, can you see that little line coming down there? Is that a shadow or is that like it's sanded with a finger or something? If it is, this is 400?
No.
Well, if it is, we'll just do this, make it so it don't look that way.
Okay, that's better.
Or maybe it's not even sanded. Because if you can see anything, you'll generally see it in the paint too, obviously. Probably just a little bit better. I like the 400 doing the stuff like that. And the reason being is if you do the 220, you can make lines in it. In all honesty, I just like to have it smooth. You know, smooth would make me happy.
Smooth.
Those things that we have to cover the tires are absolutely horrific. aren't they? They got more dirt in them than probably the whole shop put together. They look like it. Whoop, 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 whoop. Or we can do like you said and run tape all the way down, or tape, you know, I mean, let's face it, if the car was taped from the wheel well openings down to the floor, but that's time, is it not? It takes time to do that sort of stuff, I guess. Take a minute, rip it off. You got this under control, no problem, haven't you? Maybe I'll take this. I'll take this. I need to go get my glasses. I don't know what I'm doing without glasses. Ouch. I'm just waiting for some primer to dry, and then I'll bust her. I'm not sure how long that's going to take, but. Nice, eh? That'll make it. Oh, it's got nice. I like it. I like it. I like it. My left hand. I can do it.
You stay.
What's that, buddy?
Talking to the tape.
What's his name?
Not saying a damn thing, but it's doing its job.
Yeah, you get a piece of 220 up in here, you can actually gouge the primer pretty easy and make a line. You generally see what I'm talking about around door locks. Yeah, because people have to sand around the door lock, right? I'll use another brand new gun to paint it.
What broke yesterday?
The filter on the back side of the gun. I walked by it, hit it, knocked it on the floor, and I said, wow, didn't break it. And lo and behold, I did. Right?
Yeah, lo and behold.
I did break it, yeah. It was like weird, like, but, you know. And I don't paint enough. Figure it out real quick, so. I sort of forgot in the last little while, not really, you know, painting anything, how much work is involved. Mm-hmm. Like, wow, eh?
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of work.
Last few cars we painted, we did it for nothing, didn't we?
Pretty well, yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
What's that?
Seems like there's more on there I gotta scrape.
You know, let's face it, as long as the guide coat's going, I'll be happy. As long as the guide coat's going. That's one thing I would take if I was, you know, every day watching this, or anytime I was watching this. If I did not guide coat, that's what I would take from it. Yeah, that's one thing for sure. It's just a kind of a foolproof way of making sure you get everything sanded flat and smooth. Can't go wrong there. And I'm painting it urethane because I don't want the process of the base clear. That's basically the reason of it. And the amount of work it's going to take place. It's another sand job. It's, what can I say? It's more painting with the gun. It's just more work. Not interested. I just want to paint it. Not interested in buffing it. But where we are using a straight color, I'm guessing, Jolene. Straight color, because we're going traditional custom. There's no big metallics or anything like that back then. You know, red, blue, brown, black, green. So you're able to get that off there like that? What are you taking it off with there? Is that what you're doing? Yeah. What can I say now? I'll let you finish it then, because I got up across there done. You can just continue on. There's some primer on this corner over here, like, so you get off. No, that's fine. Like, that's fine. No, that looks good. I'll just keep going. I'm just going to go in the paint room and sweep. It's not really the paint room, is it? It's the mud room.
Yeah.
Like, holy smokes.
Everything room.
Huh?
Everything room.
This is where you store your engines. A paint job like we're doing here, like inside the doors, around the inside the fenders, underneath the hood, on top of the hood. You have to remember every square inch of the car that you see in primer had to be sanded or is supposed to be sanded. So you have to, if you can relate to how much cleaning and sanding that is to get something ready to paint. And it does not matter if it's your lawn tractor to your to your antique car. It requires a lot of sanding and preparation if you want a half decent job. So that's why I think that's why this stuff is expensive. It takes so long to do something. And have a finish on it that you can put paint. I guess that's what the problem is, to get the finish on it and able to handle a nice coat of paint. Now you can imagine painting a car like that and doing your clear coat on it, going that extra step, sanding it again and again probably, and then doing your base clear on it, knowing that you're going to polish it. Yeah, then you're in for probably a couple weeks of sanding and polishing. Whoa. I don't know, it doesn't interest me anymore. Doesn't interest me. Oh, I must say, on the computer, I see Rust Valley drove their Chevelle to the Toronto Motorama from Vancouver. Yeah.
Must have snowed and everything.
It did.
Yeah.
In a big block Chevelle.
Could be snow one day and beautiful the next.
That's what I'm saying, like,
Pretty risky.
yeah.
And it's Chevelle.
Hats off to you.
Hats off to you guys. Yeah,
That would be awesome.
I'd love to try it.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, so there, if you guys
And they
need
just
any
finished the
ideas.
car, from what I understand.
Yeah, well, even run the trunk for fun.
Even to do that much work to the car and then put it through that journey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kudos.
Kudos.
Yes.
That was great. That was good. I liked it.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is. I want to do it, Jolene. I want to do it.
Jolene don't want to go. I'll come with you, man. Yeah.
I'd rather in the summertime. When we were in Vancouver, like, we were looking around, like, should we just buy a car and try to drive it home? Like, you could probably buy a car cheaper than the plane tickets, no doubt. And the reason being is we had to, well, we were going to leave then, like, you know. The longer you stay, the more money you spend. But anyways, when we got driving through the Rockies, it did get greasy. And once we got to Edmonton, it was a full-blown snowstorm. So that's what I could see them thinking, wow, it's nice here. I wonder what it's like in Toronto. Yeah, that'd be quite a drive. And I'll tell you something. I see that they have a YouTube station now, and that probably would have been the best YouTube in the world. Inside that car, right? People would have been praying for you every day. I'm not much into washing walls, but it's probably going to happen. I guess, I don't know. We'll probably mop the floor and swipe the walls with whatever. We're going to buy three screens for the holes in the wall. We will.
Excuse me. That's gnarly looking, yeah. All taped up.
No, not yet. Let's
Inside.
Yes, okay. Yeah, I want to rip this all off and do this again.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do next, yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy.
That's beautiful.
So, after we paint the car, we're going to try to paint underneath the hood. I don't know what that's going to do. Like, see how that's pulling the paint off, is it at all? No.
It did inside.
Huh?
It did inside and inside the door.
Pulled it off a little
Yeah,
bit?
it pulled off a
I'm
little
hoping
bit.
that we got paint, well, the paint will stick on the brown, I'm hoping. And then we can do the black and just lay some, I'm hoping, Doug, I'm hoping. Because underneath the hood is kind of not pretty.
Oh yeah, right here on the edge, we just pulled paint off. I don't know if you want to scratch that up or.
That'll be fine.
That door.
That'll be fine.
He says that'll be fine. Close that door then. Come on, you bugger.
What's that, sweetheart?
Not good.
What's that? You dug at her, did you? Yeah. Can you take your razor blade and run it this way? And maybe if you, there, it'll come off now. We can just sand that out, take your 400 and go easy, right? We'll get that off first, if you will, and then you can get that. It's a nice new rubber in the window in the back, so that's why I didn't want to mess with that. The window is scratched horrifically, but I can't help that any. There's so many things that I can say about it, but it's not going to change anything. It's a good old car. It looks good. It's going to be what it's going to be, isn't it, Doug?
Tis.
Tis so. Unless I want to go out and flop out Jolene's wallet.
Look good going down the road doing about 60. Look even better with me driving it.
Tell him, Jolene.
That's if Jolene paints is a good color. If she hasn't painted a good color, that's that.
We're all going to go for a drive, hopefully. Hopefully. Get all the cars who can stretch their legs, hopefully.
I don't know. I might be mad at her after this. I don't know, maybe. Surprise colors.
Nobody likes that noise.
Fingers on the chalkboard right there, buddy.
I usually wait a day before I sand that primer. I'm hoping that I can sand that stuff I put on with my finger by the end of the day. I want to sand them all off the 400 and have them ready for tomorrow, or the car is ready for tomorrow. Something's ready.
Go get Jolene's hair dryer and dry her out quick.
Yeah, so once I'm done painting it, I'm hoping to be able to put tape on this and flop it over and then just spray the black and then peel it off and it'll look nice. Because every time I spray the car, generally overspray gets in there and you have to do it again anyways.
Yeah, it'll crawl through the smallest hole in the tightest places where you don't want it to.
It does. Got some real cool caps from Ken Holmes today. We did a little trade and you do a fantastic job, sweetheart. Show them your work. I'll talk after. What's that? All right, I'll show you your work.
Lovely.
Let's walk around the window. It's looking good. I don't see any guide coat along there anymore. Looking good. Gotta be careful where we're scuffing it. That was me. Maybe it's got a little bit more, but looks good all the way around. There's a little spot right there that it was there in the paint, so I kept sanding on it. Jolene found it, she sanded on it. And the reason you find it, because it's a different color. Guide coat's all good all the way around. Awesome. So we're just going to 400 on this bad boy. And it's not over yet. We might swipe a few places here and there. These are the caps that I got from Ken Holmes. That's cool, I like those. Got the lion on them. Sombrero, I guess they would be called, 15 inch. I'm almost thinking of pulling those ones there and putting those ones on, but we'll see what happens. Thanks a lot, Ken. I appreciate it. This is what the inside looks like. So we're covered right up to the top of the window, and just trying to keep any dirt that was in the car in there, because we didn't do a whole bunch of blowing on it. I didn't feel like it was necessary. If we can get it covered up and make it stay there. So that's what Doug is doing. Now we're going for underneath the hood. What I'm thinking with underneath the hood there, we'll retape it off. We did do a little bit of sanding on there, trying to make it look a little bit better. And it does look a little bit better because we've took off all the flakes and stuff. But what I'm thinking is once we tape this off again and repaint it, or repaint the fenders and stuff, we'll pull this off, we'll clean that out, we'll tape it off where the fenders are, wherever the color is, and then we'll just spray it black inside there before the hood goes back on. So it'll be a quick one, just like direct to metal, probably no doubt in my mind. And I'll try to keep myself contained with if you know what I'm trying to say. And then we'll cover the car up. And it's just, I find it easier that way if I detail that. I've already did it once. It's got that engine covered in boo-boo. Right at the basic moment. You can see where the primer is that I put on there with my finger. Spread it on there. You can see that. Just waiting for that to heal. And then I'm going to take my DA with my 220. I'll bust it off. We'll guide coat it. We'll do it with the 400. That stuff is all ready to paint. All the underneath sides are done, ready to rock and roll. Doug's going to continue on with that. I'm going to try to get the room cleaned out once or twice. And Jolene's doing her job by making content today. She does a fantastic job. Keep it up, Jolene, keep it up. The glasses match my broom, so I would rather keep them. Yeah, so we'll just clean this up a bit. We'll probably end up mopping this. And I'm not sure with the walls. We'll probably have to do something with it. The door is absolutely filthy. Yeah. And if I could keep this room just for doing things like painting, that would be wonderful. But this is not really a paint room. This is a catch-all room. This is where we do a little bit of everything. And it's just part of the garage, that's all. Appreciate you doing the back of that window. You can, if you want to, run some tape and do the trunk if you want to. Do you want to do that? You're at 50? Doug, you got any closing words?
No, not at all.
Doug's eye looks
Jolene,
better.
We're going to do a perfect job.
Doug's eye looks better, doesn't it? Oh, he's coming around. I think he had a Steiny's eye and he got caught pissing in a field or something on the side of the road.
Is that what it was?
Maybe.
I had my face somewhere I shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
And that's all I can say.
I'm not even going to guess.
For the rest of it.
All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for coming back. We really appreciate it. Thanks, Jolene, for doing around the window. Has to be done. Just getting the paper off. Her and Doug peeling that off with something else because it bridged. So we're basically just cleaning, taping, cleaning, sanding, and trying to get ready. You come back tomorrow. Hopefully, I will be spraying Jolene's choice. Hopefully, you come back tomorrow and we'll be spraying her choice. The car is looking pretty decent. We're going to spray single stage urethane and do the best job we can for what we have. Have a great day.